Welcome to our homework support for this month. We're currently on duty 2 and we are looking at the House of Quality chart. So today, Terry and I are going to walk you through how to complete a basic House of Quality. And we're going to do that today based upon making a bath and having a bath. Okay, what we're going to look at in the House of Quality is we're going to look at the customer requirements. We're going to give them their importance rating. We're going to look at the functional requirements of how we make and have a bath. We're going to look at then how the functional requirements affect one another, the raw scores and the ranking, and then we're also going to look at how the customer requirements can affect one another. We are not going to look at the remainder of the House of Quality today. So for this month's homework, we're not looking at satisfaction rating and we're not looking at any of the sections below the ranking here. You will find when you look at the House of Quality spreadsheet, there's a lot of information at the bottom here, but we're going to basically talk you through this as we complete the House of Quality today. Right, so Terry.
Hi.
Requirements are?
Water.
Fantastic. So the customer's going to require water to have a bath. What else are they going to require?
They're going to require heat to heat the water.
Yeah, fantastic.
They're going to require a bath.
They're going to require a bath. Fantastic. What else?
They may require a bubble bath.
Bath or bath salts. People like bath salts, don't they?
Yeah, they might require towels to dry after.
Yeah. What else are they going to require? They're going to need a plug, aren't they?
Well, actually, I was going to say plug, but I didn't know if that sounded ridiculous.
They need a plug, definitely.
Okay, so a plug.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Well, they might want shampoo, I guess.
Yeah, they might want shampoo and conditioner. So what else might they want if they want shampoo and conditioner?
They could want...
How are they going to wash it out?
Well, I was just going to say they could want a cup or a shower head, maybe. Depending on your bathroom, I guess. Yeah.
What else might you want when having a bath? Think about your atmosphere.
You might want a candle.
Yep, so you might want some candles and music. What else might you want?
I think for me, that'd be everything. Is there something?
Okay. So that's what your customer is wanting from the situation. They're going to want there to be water. They're going to want there to be heat. They're going to want there to be an actual physical bath. They're going to want bubble bath or salts. They're going to want towels. They're going to want a plug. They're going to want shampoo and conditioner. And they're going to want heat or a shower head or a jug. And they're going to want candles or music.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so let's give those an importance rating. So how important is water going to be to the experience?
So are we going from 1 to 9, or are we just going to do the 1, 3, 9? What?
So for this one, we're looking at rating of 1 to 5.
Okay, all right.
1 being not important at all, 5 being really important to their enjoyment of the bath.
Water would be a 5, 100%.
Yeah, otherwise they're just sitting in an empty bath, which is not entirely going to be fun, is it? Yeah. And then heat.
Probably a 4, because it does depend on whether you like it hot or not.
Yeah, I was going to say 4 or 3, because if you make it too hot for me, I get overheated and then I can't stay in.
Yes.
I've got to leave because the whole room is too hot and I can't deal with the situation.
So it's based on the individual. So let's go with 3 then, because it's middle of the month.
Yep. So how important is the bath, physical bath?
It's a 5, obviously.
What about bubble bath or bath salts?
Well, personally, I would say this is a 3 as well, because I don't personally use them because of my skin, but lots of people do like them.
I was going to say exactly that. Some people are really heavily allergic to them. Yeah. Towels, how important is a towel?
A 5, you need to dry.
Yes. How important is the plug?
5, or it'd be a pretty pointless bath.
Yeah. How important is shampoo and conditioner?
Well, let's go with 3 because it could be a man. A
Yeah.
bold man.
It could be. What about the shower head or a jug?
Will it be a 3 again? Because it depends if they're washing the hair or not.
Yeah. And what about candles or music?
A steady 3.
Okay. So there we go. You've rated things either in the middle or as super important to the experience there.
Yeah.
So now, how are you going to do it? So how are you going to make a bath?
I'm going to put the plug in. So I guess that would be the plug and bath because
So
they'll come under the
plug in the bath. Yeah.
Yeah. So would you put the bath and the plug together there as facilities?
It depends. You could, but if you were having a shower, you wouldn't need a plug.
I suppose. Yeah. Okay.
Then it would fill the bath. And being able to take the plug in and out to release water if it's got too hot or too cold, also quite important.
Okay.
So I do think they're separate entities in themselves.
Okay.
So next one then, what else would you need to make a bath?
Water.
Yeah.
Utilities for the heating and the water.
Yeah.
Products. So I guess that covers quite a few of the areas there.
So products to use in the bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Towels.
Remember, we're thinking about how we make a bath now. We're not going to make a towel, are we? We can't make a towel, but we can make sure there are dry towels available and close by the bath.
Yes.
But we're not going to make an actual physical towel.
No, you're right.
So sometimes it's about putting it in context to the situation. It's a lot of the functional requirements are how, a lot of saying what you see. So walk yourself through the process like you were in your bathroom.
Yeah, so you put
the first thing
under water.
Yeah.
In your products.
Yeah.
You get in the bath. Once you're done, you get dry.
So the other thing you could have is light candles.
Yeah. And then I think that's it, isn't it? Because I don't think there's anything else that you need to do to get that bath. I guess you could check the temperature, couldn't you?
So check the temperature of the water while the bath is running.
Yeah. I think that's pretty important, actually. Put it as the last one.
And also, I think not just checking the temperature, but stopping the bath water at 2/3 full.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Turn the water off. So I'd say 2/3 full. We're being,
allowing for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. So you're going to put the plug in. You're going to turn and fill with water.
Yeah.
So you're going to need your electric and water utilities to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You're then going to put your products. So you're then going to put your products in the bath.
Yeah.
I think we need to use in the bath, do we? It could just be in the bath.
Yeah.
Then you're going to make sure you've got your dry towels available and close by the bath. You're going to light your candles and put any entertainment you want on. Yeah. You're going to check the temperature of the water while the bath is running. You're going to turn the water off when the bath is 2/3 full.
Okay.
Okay?
I think that's it, yeah.
So you're happy that this is a customer, yeah?
Yeah.
So imagine you're sending your husband to make you a bath. Okay. These are the things he's going to need to make that bath. And then that is what you're going to expect him to do to actually create a nice warm bath for you to go and get in.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so let's think about now the priority. Yeah, so the importance rating to one another.
Okay.
So how important is plugging in the bath to the water that the customer is expecting to get?
Very important. Without it, there won't be any water in the bath.
So we can rate this 1 for not important at all, 3 for kind of important but not a deal breaker, 9 for a deal breaker.
9, it's definitely a deal breaker.
Okay, so how does the plug in a bath affect the heat of the water for the customer?
It doesn't. Oh, you know what?
Think about it.
I think that it could. I think I'm going to go middle of the ground, because if you put that plug in too early, that water's not going to be hot enough. So I would go with 3.
But what if you don't put the plug in at all?
The water will be too hot, but there won't be no water.
So therefore, I think it's a 9.
Oh, do you? Okay, we'll go 9 then.
Well, no, we don't have to. It's it's a debate. I think, personally, that you have to, no plug in the bath means no hot water.
You're right. It's 9.
What about the physical bath to the plug in the bath?
Well, there's no plug in the bath without a bath, so it's a 9.
Fantastic. So what about plug in the bath to bubble bath or bath salts?
Again, I think that it's a 9 because you're pouring them to nowhere if there's no plug.
What about the towels?
No, it's not important.
Yeah. What about the plug that the customer is expecting to get to the plug in the bath? So that's nice and simple, a 9, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a 9, definitely.
To shampoo and conditioner?
Oof.
I would go with that's not there. It's not.
Yeah, it's going to go on the head. It's not going to go in the bath straight away. So yeah, it's nothing. Yeah.
And what about the shower head or a jug?
No, I'd go 1 again.
See, I might disagree with you there, because if you can't take the plug out while using the shower head or a jug,
what if it overflows?
It might overflow the bath.
Okay.
So actually, the use of a shower head and a jug, if the customer is going to use it, they would want to be able to take the plug in and out of the bath to be able to control the level of the water.
Okay, yeah. So would you go?
Should we go for a 3 on that one?
Yeah, I agree.
And then candles and music.
Not important.
Yeah, so I give that a 1. So now, turning on the tap and filling with water. So how important is water that the customer is expecting to have to you turning on the tap and filling the bath with water?
9.
Yeah. And what about the heat? The heat of that water, how much does that affect turning on the tap and filling with water?
Well, I don't think it does it? I would say 1.
See, I would have gone with higher than that.
Okay.
Because if you turn on the tap and fill it with cold water, unless you're weird and you like cold water baths, which you might be weird and like cold water baths.
Okay, so shall we go with 3?
Yeah, it's not going to be that pleasant.
Yeah.
Let's go in the middle. So how important is the bath to turning on the tap and filling it with water?
Well, you can't do it without it, so it's a 9.
And what about to bubble bath or bath salts?
No, I don't think so. 1.
If you don't have any water and you don't turn the taps on, what's the point of putting bubble bath or salt in?
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
But again, for the fact that not everybody would use it, and we've already identified, maybe it's a 3.
Yeah, let's go down the middle, yeah.
Yeah, because some people would really want that and some people really wouldn't.
Okay.
How does turning on the tap and filling with water affect the towels?
It doesn't.
So they can have a 1. And what about turning on the tap and filling with water the plug?
9.
Oh, I'm trying to break it. What about shampoo and conditioner?
No, I don't think that. I think it's a 1.
What about the shower head or jug?
See, this is a difficult one. I'd go middle, I think, because
I do not disagree with you. So
you can't fill the jug without the tap. So
yeah,
3.
Yeah. Candles and music?
No, it's irrelevant. Number 1.
Okie dokie. So next, utilities, electric and water. How important is that to the customer getting water?
9.
How important is that to the customer having heated water?
9.
How important is that to the customer having a physical bath?
Not important.
How important is that to the customer having bubble bath or bath salts?
Not important.
How important is that to the customer having towels?
Not important.
How important is that to the customer having a plug to go in the bath?
1 again, not important.
How important is that to the customer having shampoo and conditioner?
Not important again.
How important is that to the customer having a shower head and a jug?
Again, it's a 1.
And how important is that to the customer having candles and music?
Well, middle of the line, because you can't have music without the electric.
Exactly, perfect. I completely agree with all of your weightings there. So now you've plugged the bath in, you've turned on the water tap and you're filling it with water using your electric and water. So now you're going to put your products in the bath.
Okay.
How important is that to the customer having water?
Oh, see, this is where I overcomplicate things in my brain, and I'm sure that other people will do as well. Because in my head, I think, well, you're going to need the water for the products in the first place, but you don't need the products to have the water.
But if we're talking about the best quality bath that you could run somebody, you would naturally think that products would be something they would want.
Yeah, you'd need both. So then I guess it would be a 9.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't disagree. Products in the bath versus heat.
See, again, you don't want products in a cold bath.
Depends if you like a cold bath, though, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
the difficulty with that.
Should we go 3?
I think so, yeah. Because some products wouldn't work in cold water. Bath salts don't dissolve in cold water.
A bath bomb wouldn't be great in cold water, no, you're right.
No. So, it depends on the product that you're using in that bath as well. If you use Radox doesn't care whether the bath is hot or cold, but Himalayan bath salts won't do anything. They'll just be like grainy salt in a bath.
Yeah. You're right, yeah.
So how important is the bath to putting products in the bath?
Well, 9, because without the bath, you're not putting them anywhere.
Precisely. Products in the bath to bubble bath or bath salts?
9.
Yeah, because you can't put any products in the bath if you don't have them.
Yeah.
How are products in the bath to towels?
It's a 1, like they're not important.
Nope. Products in the bath to the plug?
I would say 3, because you're just pouring them to nowhere if there's no plug in.
So that's why I'd have given it a 9.
Actually, I think that I'm talking myself.
You've talked, yeah. For
me, 9. Yeah, 9.
No plug, no products. You're just pouring them straight down a plug hole.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got shampoo and conditioner.
What? Oh, yeah, 9 because they're a product.
They are a product, but you don't put them in the bath, do you?
No. Okay.
You put them on yourself, not in the bath water.
Yeah, so 1.
Shower head and or jug?
1.
Candles and music?
1.
Okay, fab. So at the moment, if you look at our raw score and our rankings that are happening at the bottom here, the most important thing is to put the plug in the bath. The second most important thing we've just identified is putting the products in the bath.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Surprising, but yes.
Then turning on the water and then having electric and water to do it with.
Right.
It's interesting to see how it ranks once you...
Yeah, totally. It does make you realise why you do a house of quality when you say these things out loud. Because the things that you would deem a risk are actually not as high risk as some of the other things.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now let's have a look at dry towels available. How does that affect the water?
It doesn't.
How does that affect the heat?
It doesn't.
How does that affect the bath?
It doesn't.
How does that affect bubble bath or bath salts?
Doesn't.
How does that affect towels?
9.
Perfect. How does that affect the plug?
Again, it doesn't.
How does that affect the shampoo and conditioner?
Not at all.
How does that affect the shower head or jug?
It doesn't. So the shampoo and conditioner one should be 1 for towels, yeah?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've missed that. That was me. No, good eyes.
Didn't get it wrong. Yeah, okay.
It disappeared, the one. That's why I can't grab hold of it. There we go. And then candles and music.
1.
So then how important is lighting the candles and putting on any entertainment to water?
It's not, is it?
To heat?
1.
To the bath?
1.
To the bubble bath?
1.
To the towels?
Not important, so a 1 again.
To the plug?
A 1.
To the shampoo?
1.
To the shower head?
A 1 again.
To the candles and music?
Can't do it without it, so it's a 9.
And the one thing actually, while we were filling that in, that I actually think we've missed off our customer requirements, what is to fully relax. That's what a customer wants, isn't it, from a bath?
Yeah, of course, yeah, you're right.
To fully relax. I think we've just, in our overcomplication have completely missed it. And actually that would be a 5 income.
One of your biggest requirements from the bath, yeah.
And so let's think about to fully relax and let's bring it up to line with the rest of them. So to fully relax, to a plug in the bath.
Yeah, you need one. Yeah, it's really important.
To fully relax, to have turn on the tap and fill with water.
Again, you can't have a bath without that, so it's a 9.
To fully relax, you need the water, you need your utilities.
Yeah.
To fully relax, you would need your products.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's some people not, but yeah, I think it's important.
Then it's a 3 if it's some people not?
Maybe, because some people don't use them.
Then what about dry towels available?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you sat in the bath and you realise you haven't got any dry towels, it's pretty stressful.
It is, yeah, it is. It is annoying. And what about lighting candles and putting entertainment on?
It's a definite 9.
So there we go. So actually that's changed the way things looked there immediately across our rank by adding that one in.
Yeah.
So we've said what the customer wants to be able to have a bath and then what the customer's trying to achieve out of having a bath.
Yeah.
Okay, so how important is checking the temperature of the water while the bath is running against the water?
Super important. It's a 9.
Against the heat?
9.
Against the bath?
Oh, I'm not sure. Well, I don't think that checking the temperature of the bath is important to the bath, so 1.
I agree. I think if we're on the next one, turning the water off, if the bath is 2/3 full, then yes, that is a 9.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we can put that in while we're here.
If it's not hot enough, then you need to let the plug out and run some more. Yeah.
Bubble bath or bath salts?
It's a 9, I think.
Why?
Because again, the temperature really does defines whether you can use the bath salts or a bath bomb. So I think it's important. You wouldn't put a bath bomb into water that wasn't hot enough.
Okay, fantastic. Just wanted you to justify it. Checking the temperature of the water while the bath is running against the towels.
It's not important.
Against the plug in the bath.
It's important because if it's not hot enough, you're going to have to take that plug out.
Precisely. If you haven't got the plug, the whole thing doesn't work.
Yeah.
The shampoo and the conditioner?
Not important. 1.
Shower head or jug?
1.
Candles and music?
1.
To fully relax?
At that point, I think it's a 1, but you might.
No, because to fully relax, for me, the bath's got to be the right temperature when I get in it.
Yeah.
If it's too hot when I get in it, I won't stay in for longer than 10 minutes because I'll be overheated and I won't be able to cool myself down again. So I think it's really important.
Yeah, okay. I agree in that sense.
Cool. So then we've got turn the water off when the bath is 2/3 full.
A 9.
And the heat?
It's a 9 because you wouldn't turn it off unless it was hot enough.
Bubble bath or salts?
I'm not sure about that one.
See, I don't think that's important, turning the water off if the bath is 2/3 full.
No, I don't think it is either. You can put them in at any time, really, can't you?
Yeah. What about
a 1?
What about the plug?
Well, the plug needs to be in for the bath to be full, so that's a 9.
Yeah. Shampoo and conditioner?
1.
Shower head or jug?
1.
Candles and music?
1.
To fully relax?
Maybe a 3 because you need it to be the right depth, don't you?
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world, but a 3.
It's not, because you can keep filling it. Now, we're still happy now we've done that with all of our importance ratings, or would we like to review? I'm personally thinking, from looking at what we've done there, that shampoo and conditioner is not important. And that we can lower that rating.
Yeah.
Maybe a 2.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Same with shower head and jug.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's really important either.
No, you can rinse it in the bath at the very worst, can't you?
You can, but also a lot of the time, like for me, if I'm going to wash my hair, I've got long hair, so I have a shower.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm having a bath, I'm having a bath to relax, not to worry about washing my hair. So while I might want to be able to, it's not integral to my enjoyment of it to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Happy with everything else?
Yeah, everything else looks good to me.
Yeah? Don't want to change anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so if we have a look at our ranks and scores at the bottom now, the most important thing we are saying is the plug in the bath. The second most important thing we are saying is turning on the tap and filling it with water. The third most important thing is checking the temperature as we fill the bath.
Yeah.
The fourth most important thing is putting our products in the bath. The fifth most important thing is turning off the water in the bath when it's 2/3 full.
Yeah.
6 is having electric and water to do that. The 7th is having dry towels, and the 8th is having lighting candles and putting on any entertainment.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that now?
I feel like the utilities one's a bit off.
Yeah. But I think it's because we're looking at it in reference to items. So actually, if you look at the basic things here, the utilities don't have any effect on those.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so on the
Don't need utilities to have a physical bath.
No, you don't. Yeah. So it's going to rate low.
Yeah, so that's why it's rated low.
Yeah.
So now let's have a look at the relationship between the activities that we're going to do. So let's start with plugging in the bath. So what effect can plugging in the bath have against turning the tap on and filling it with water?
Well, it can have a very positive effect because it can fill the bath up.
Mm-hmm.
It can have a very negative effect because it can let the water disappear.
So where do you want to rate that? You can give it a double positive or down to a double negative.
Well,
so do you think the positive outweighs the negative, or do you think it's neutral?
I think it's neutral.
See, I'd have gone with positive.
Okay.
See how subjective a house of quality can be, though, when you're looking.
You would go with, when you've just said that, I suppose I think you might go with positive because the positive is that you're going to get the bath, which is what we're trying to achieve. Okay, so
and what we're saying here is not that it's whether or not we're going to plug the bath in. We're saying the first action we're going to do is plug the bath in. We're not questioning whether or not that is going to happen or whether or not we have a plug. We're saying the first activity is plug the bath in. How does that then affect us turning the water on? Well, I think that's a double positive.
You're right. I agree now, yeah.
So let's have a look at putting the plug in the bath against utilities, electric and water. What effect does that have on utilities? A positive or a negative effect?
No, I would say that it's a neutral. It doesn't really have an effect at all.
I agree. So plugging in the bath against sorry, I always get lost when doing this. Products in the bath. I have to draw the little line between the two. So does having a plug in the bath have a positive or negative effect on products being put in the bath?
I guess it would have a positive effect because you don't want to waste your products.
Yeah, if you've not put the plug in, you know what I mean, then you've just thrown products down a plug hole.
Yeah.
So, the plug being in the bath has a positive effect on whether or not the products in the bath are actually going to work.
Yeah, that's right.
So does putting the plug in the bath have any effect on dry towels being available and close to the bath?
No.
Does having the plug in the bath have any effect on lighting candles and putting on entertainment?
No.
Does having a plug in the bath have any effect on checking the temperature of the water while the bath is running?
No.
Oh, you see, I would have gone with yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, because if the temperature's not right on the water, you may let some water out.
So so it's like, that's like what I said on the last one. You're right. I did say that. So I've completely contradicted myself.
I'm just going to give it a single plus, though, because I don't think it, you know what I mean?
It's not definite. It's not the end of the world, is it? Yeah.
And then having a plug in the bath to being able to turn off the water when the bath is 2/3 full.
Super important and would have a positive effect because you get it done quicker, yeah.
Fantastic. Cool. So next, what effect does turning on the tap and filling the bath with water have on the utilities and electric and water?
I'm going to say that it's neutral.
Okay, that's fine. What effect does turning on the tap and filling the bath with water have on products being in the bath?
Well, it does have a positive effect because it means that they're getting mixed in running water, I guess.
Yeah, exactly that. All bath products require to be mixed with running water.
Yeah.
So what effect does turning on the tap and filling the bath have on dry towels being available and close to the bath?
No effect.
Turning on the tap and filling with water, what effect does that have on lighting candles and putting on any entertainment?
No effect.
Turning on the tap and filling it with water, what effect does that have on checking the temperature of the water while the bath is running?
No effect.
I would say so as well. It's a weird one, but the tap is on and the water is running.
Yeah.
So I suppose really it's a double positive.
Oh, yeah.
It's a difficult one though, because naturally the water is running. So, but checking the temperature has a positive effect. Sorry, I've put that in the wrong line there, haven't I? Sometimes it's so hard to see where these lines go. There we go. It's that one there, isn't it? Yeah. And then we've got turning the tap on and filling with water. What effect does that have on turning the water off when the bath is 2/3 full?
Well, I'm confused. I don't know about that one. There's such a close thing. They must have some sort of effect on each other.
Yeah, they have to. So it's a double positive. Because otherwise, if you don't turn the bath off when it's 2/3 full, the water just keeps running and running and running.
Yeah.
You turned it on. So you could say that actually then, if you looked at it that way, that they could have a very negative effect on one another because the water is already running. So if you don't turn it off,
you're going to flood.
Then you're going to flood.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. And the negative outweighs the positive in that instance. I mean, I'd rather flood my bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah, precisely. You'd rather turn it off than flood the bathroom.
Yeah.
So what effect does utilities and water have on utilities electric and water, sorry, have on products in the bath?
It doesn't.
What effect does utilities electric and water have on dry towels being available and close to the bath?
It doesn't.
See, I'd have gone with it does.
Why?
Because if you can't dry your towels if you haven't got electric.
Well, you dry them on your washing line.
That is true.
Unless it's November.
Well, precisely, but in the UK it is November.
So
right now, putting my towels out on the washing line would take forever.
So let's put it as a single negative.
Okay, let's go with a single negative for that one. I'm happy with that.
Compromise.
Next one, utilities, electric and water against lighting candles and putting on any entertainment.
That's important.
Yeah.
It could have a very negative effect if you didn't have the electric because you couldn't have the music. It could also have a very positive effect if you did have the electric because you could have the music. So I don't know where you'd put that. Would you keep it as neutral in that instance?
I think they have a positive effect on each other.
Okay.
So I would go with positive on that.
Let's go positive, yeah.
Because you can't
need electric to have the music.
If you haven't got any electric. You can't heat your water if you haven't got any electric.
That makes sense.
Yeah?
Yes.
So next one is electric, gas, water and electric versus checking the temperature of the water while it's running. I don't think they've got any effect.
Yeah, I don't think that has an effect, no, yeah.
And what about against turning the water off if the bath is 2/3 full?
No.
I agree.
Yeah.
So next one, we've then got products in the bath. So how do products in the bath affect dry towels being available and close by the bath?
They don't.
How do products in the bath affect lighting candles and putting on entertainment?
They don't.
How do products in the bath affect checking the temperature of water while the bath is running?
They don't.
How do products in the bath affect turning off the bath when it is 2/3 full?
They don't at all. So it's again nothing.
Yeah. So then we're going to do the same with dry towels. So how do dry towels affect candles and entertainment?
They don't.
How do they affect checking the temperature of the water?
They don't.
How do they affect turning off the bath when it's 2/3 full?
They don't.
How does lighting and candles and putting on entertainment affect checking the temperature of the water?
It doesn't.
And how does that affect turning the water off when it's 2/3 full?
It doesn't.
How does checking the temperature of the water look against turning the water off when the bath is 2/3 full?
Yeah, I think that's important. It could have a again, it's that new I'm not sure.
See, I think it could have a very negative effect.
I was going to say that because
if you don't check it,
yeah,
it's going to be lukewarm or it's going to be too hot.
Yeah.
So they could have a very negative effect if you just went over, waited for it to get 2/3 full and turned it off without checking that temperature.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, fab. So now let's have a look at the correlation between our customer requirements. So how do water and heat affect one another?
In the instances of a bath, very important. They can be very positive with each other.
Fantastic. So how does water and the bath affect one another?
They're both essential, so very positive when they're together.
And what about water and bubble bath or salts?
I would go I don't know whether I'd go neutral for this because some people don't have it. But very most I'd go one positive maybe.
Okay. What about water and towels?
Doesn't matter, does it? It's not the end of the world.
Oh, I don't know about that. If you're in the bath as a customer,
yeah, okay, it's not relaxing,
and you haven't got a towel,
yeah,
that wouldn't be very relaxing.
Yeah, like we said earlier, it wouldn't be relaxing. So maybe it's a negative.
Just negative.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about water and the plug?
can't have one without the other.
So they could have a very negative effect on
Yeah.
one another, couldn't they? What about water and shampoo and conditioner? So you're just thinking about these two items against each other.
Well, without water, you couldn't use the shampoo and conditioner.
There we go. So they could have a very negative effect against each other. What about water and the shower head or jug?
Well, you wouldn't use them, would you, without the water? So again, you need them, so it's negative.
Yeah. And what about water against candles and music?
Doesn't matter.
And what about water against fully relaxing?
Yeah, it's very important. It can have a very positive effect on you.
Lovely. Okay, so now let's do the same with heat. So what about heat against the bath?
Super important, have a very positive effect.
But I also think a very negative.
Yeah, I was going to say it could also have a very negative effect. And this is where I struggle. It's like, how do I outweigh which one's more important?
And that's it with the House of Quality. It's a matter of judgment.
Right.
And you've got to put yourself in the customer's point of view. So I'm a customer. I'm getting in the bath. Yeah. I want to fully relax.
Yeah, would I prefer it if it was hotter or colder? I prefer if it was hot. So I guess then the heat means that it'd be more of a negative effect. I'd be more impacted if it was cold.
Yeah, you would be more annoyed if you went up to the bath
and it was cold.
It was full. It was turned off at 2/3 full. All your bath salts and everything are in it. All your candles and everything are on, but the water's lukewarm. You'd be more annoyed by that than if you walked up to the bath, everything was ready, it was 2/3 full, and it was too hot.
Yeah, I agree.
Excellent. Okay, so then we've got heat against bubble bath or salts.
It could have a very negative effect because the bath salts wouldn't dissolve. Could have a very positive effect because it would be better. So I guess I think that it's a one negative because yes, bubble bath's included in this, but I think with the bath salts, I don't want to get in a bath where the bath salts are still there.
No, I agree with you on that. I think that the negative would outweigh the positive.
The positive, yeah.
You would be happy if you got in and the bath salts were fully done, but you'd be more unhappy if you got in and sat in a pile of grit.
Agreed.
So then the next one, you've got heat against the towels. See, I put no correlation to each other.
Yeah, not against heat of the water. No correlation. No, yeah.
Heat of the water against the plug.
No correlation.
Heat of the water against shampoo and conditioner.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, you see, for me, now that would matter.
I've washed my hair in cold water loads of times.
Yeah, but it would piss me off royally, especially if the whole idea of what I was doing was to fully relax.
Yeah, but we're basing it on
what your overall point is this is about you achieving full relaxation. To be in a bath, to wash my hair.
Is it though? Or is that the full point of this? Or is the point of this, what relationship does shampoo and conditioner and the heat have?
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm wrong. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're right. There is no correlation. I'm overcomplicating it now.
That makes a very big change.
Yeah, it's so easy, isn't it?
You overthink it.
About it. Yeah.
This is why I struggled with the house quality in the first place. I just overthought it completely.
Yeah. So now let's think about heat against the shower head or jug.
Not important.
A heat against candles or music.
Not important because we're talking about the heat of the water.
Heat against being fully relaxed.
Super important. I mean, you do not want a cold bath. And for me, the cold bath would far outweigh the hot bath. So it's definitely a double negative.
Okay, fantastic. So what about the physical bath? So we're talking about having a nice physical bath against bubble bath or salts.
Can't do it without it. So the bath, I guess it's double positive.
Perfect. And what about the bath against towels?
That doesn't matter.
What about the bath against the plug?
Oh, yeah, you need it. It'd have a very negative effect if you didn't have a plug, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so I think that even though it's a very positive effect by having a plug, the negative effect of not having a plug outweighs that.
Yeah, exactly.
So the next one is bath against shampoo and conditioner.
No, I mean you could do shampoo and conditioner without the bath. You do it in the sink.
What about shower head or jug?
No, again, doesn't matter, does it?
What about candles and music?
Nope, you can have the bath without that.
And what about to fully relax?
That's really important.
Yep, I'd go with a double positive for that, definitely. So what about bubble bath and salts against towels?
Not important.
What about bubble bath and salt against plugs?
Not important. Oh, I don't know. No, I'm take back. Sorry.
Take it back.
Double negative.
Okay.
I don't want to pour my expensive bath salts down the plug.
That is a good point.
Unless my nana bought them me for Christmas, and then I might.
What about bubble bath or bath salts against shampoo and conditioner?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? It's not.
What about bubble bath or bath salts against the shower head or jug?
Doesn't matter. No correlation whatsoever.
What about bubble bath and bath salts against candle and music?
Doesn't matter.
And what about bubble baths or bath salts against fully relaxing?
So I'm going to say that this is a double positive because it could have a very positive effect if you did use them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. But you're not going to be that upset if you haven't got them. You can still have a nice bath.
Yeah, people don't have them.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
So how do towels affect the plug?
They don't, do they?
Nope. How do towels affect having shampoo and conditioner?
They don't.
How do towels affect the shower head or jug?
They don't.
How do towels affect candles and music?
They don't.
And how do towels affect your ability to fully relax?
They don't. Oh, again, they do. Let's go one negative because it wouldn't be the end of my world, but I would be peeved about it.
Yeah, and you'd have to shout to somebody to go and get you a towel and bring it in. Yeah. So how does having the plug affect shampoo and conditioner?
It doesn't really.
The plug against shower head or a jug?
Doesn't.
The plug against candles and music?
Doesn't.
And the plug against being able to fully relax?
I mean, it's important, yeah.
I would go with
a very negative effect, yeah.
So if you want to have a bath and you can't find the plug,
you're not having a bath, are you?
You're not having a bath, yeah. So we've then got shampoo and conditioner against the shower head and jug.
Depends which way you look at this. I think that the shower head and jug could have a positive effect with the shampoo and conditioner. But
Why?
I don't know if I'm looking at that wrong. If that makes sense.
Simplify it again like you just did for me when I overthought it. How does having shampoo and conditioner affect having a shower head or a jug?
It doesn't affect it at all. It doesn't affect it, does it? This is the whole thing of a house quality.
You can still have shampoo and conditioner and not have a shower head and a jug.
Yeah, absolutely, you're right, yeah.
What about shampoo and conditioner against candles and music?
No, it doesn't affect it.
Shampoo and conditioner against being able to fully relax?
It doesn't affect it.
Okay, same with the shower head and the jug then. Shower head and a jug against candles and music?
No, it's irrelevant.
Shower head and a jug against being able to fully relax?
Irrelevant.
And what then, last one, candles and music versus being able to fully relax?
Oh, this could have a very positive effect. So double positive.
But it isn't the end of the world.
No, I could have a bath without it.
We wouldn't give it a double negative.
I could have a bath without it, but if my preference is to have the most relaxing bath in the world, then my preference would be to have candles and nice music.
Yep, totally with you on that. So now we've done all the parts of our house of quality that we're going to complete. So what we've looked at here is what's the customer want? The customer wants to have water, heated, in a bath with bubble bath or salts, have towels and a plug available, shampoo and conditioner, a shower head or a jug, candles and music, and to be able to fully relax.
Yeah.
We've then rated those with how important we think that is to the customer. We've then put in our steps of how exactly we are going to make that bath. Okay. And then we've rated their importance against one another, so versus each other. And that has given us our rank and our raw score. So we know the most important thing about making a bath is having a plug. No plug, no bath.
No plug, no bath, definitely.
The second most important thing about having a bath is water. Having water and having a tap we can turn it on with.
Absolutely.
The third most important thing is the temperature of that water and checking it as the bath is filling.
Yeah.
Fourth most important thing is the products within the bath. The fifth most important thing is turning it off when it's two-thirds full. The sixth most important thing is having water and electric to be able to do it. The seventh is having dry towels for when we get out. And the eighth is setting the scene and having nice candles and music to listen to.
Yeah.
We've then been through and we've done the roof of our house of quality, and we've looked at how each of the functional steps we need to take to make a bath can have a positive or negative effect against each other. And we've highlighted two things in particular that we really need to keep an eye on. One is checking the temperature of the water and turning the bath off when it's two-thirds full. The other is turning the tap on and filling the water versus turning the water off when it's two-thirds full. If we don't do those two things properly, that can have a very negative effect on somebody's satisfaction at having a bath.
Definitely.
And then we've also got having no water, no gas and electric to be able to dry our towels could have a negative effect, because nobody wants to get out of a bath and dry themselves with a damp or cold or wet towel.
Definitely not.
So all of those things we've identified there are the massive negatives that could happen within our functional process. So then we go and have a look at what our customer wants. And here we can see a little map now of how important certain things are. So again, the plug. Yeah. Plug, super important and affects so many elements of this process. Okay, we've got three there for the plug, haven't we? That the will affect. So we've got also things that can have a very negative effect is water.
Absolutely.
The water not being right in the bath. Other things we've got that can have a very negative effect is not actually having a bath. So we can highlight all the things where we can make sure that we have got the right resources at the right quality for our customer to keep them satisfied.
Yeah.
Then if we look at all of our pluses, what our pluses are telling us is what is our satisfaction? What's going to make our customer happy? Yeah?
Yeah.
And what positives, so having products in our bath is showing on both sides, having candles and music has all got our positives next to it. And we can see there the things that our customers really want to have a positive experience.
Yeah.
So how's that feel now that we've run through a basic house of quality? And I think for now, that's as far as we need to go with this process.
Yeah, I mean, for me, and I'm sure that anybody watching this, unless they're a genius, and I am not, unfortunately, will agree that I was terrified and it was super complicated. And now I've actually realised that a house of quality is not that difficult, that it is something to use to simplify, which is astounding because at first that's not how I saw it at all.
Yeah. No, I felt the same way as you when I first saw it. I was horrified by the whole idea.
You look at the screen and it's just all the boxes and numbers are so overwhelming, you get completely caught up in it. But I do feel like it's a good tool, and it's not as hard as it seems.
And I think, guys, for your homework, what I want you to really do is pick a nice, simple process within your business. Yeah, a process where a customer is receiving a service or a product at the end of it. And therefore you can break down what does that customer want and how important is each of those items. Start there and then do what me and Terry have done and just work your way around the grid. And I always find it easier when I'm doing this to do it as a conversation. So get somebody else involved, get another opinion. Okay, it helps you to break it down and to think about each of the points. You'll have heard me and Terry sparring a little bit backwards and forwards about some things within that process, because everyone's opinion is different. And sometimes you need someone to simplify that process. So that's all we're trying to do for you here, is make you see how simple a house of quality can be.
Definitely.
Well, thank you for that, Terry. Really appreciate your help with that.
No
I'm going to close this recording down for now.
Thank you. Bye.